I can't wait for this drink. Nah, let me be hype. I'm hype, man. Yo, it's all right. So we here live at the barbershop. Today's topic is what do men feel responsible for? The idea is to really get an understanding of how these guys feel about their responsibilities in life and their day to day. They have the space for it. We're just gonna really dive in with the barbershop, with the barbers here, and just kind of get an understanding of what they feel they're responsible for as men. This is Kev's chair.
Say what up, Kev?
I don't know if you realized that Kev got fired last last show, so he not allowed to be here no more. All right. It's Kathy.
Yes, baby.
Kathy watching Mariah Carey videos on TikTok. She in love. She in love right now. I love you too, baby. All right, so we're gonna ask Monty. Monty, question for the day is, what do you feel you're responsible for?
Oh man, my well-being,
Huh?
my well-being.
Your well-being. What else you feel responsible for?
Um,
What's on Monty? When Monty leaves the house, what does Monty need to take care of when he leave the house every day?
Going to work, my clients, my well-being,
What's your well-being? What does that mean?
making sure that I'm okay first. When I get up, making sure that I eat, making sure that I'm well put together, making sure that I get to work on time, making sure that I'm taken care of first. Once I'm taken care of, then everybody else can be taken care of.
I like that. The other day I heard something. They were like, people say, you take care of me, I take care of you. That was like the idea of it. But he was like, I'll go further for you. Let's say I'll take care of me for you, and you take care of you for me. Like you make sure you good, I'll make sure I'm good, and then we'll both be good. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making you being good my responsibility. And I really like that. That's like that. The airplane. They say you put your mask on first. Like I like that philosophy a lot more than like let me go make sure you good. It's like nah, I gotta make sure I'm good, not because in like not to exclude your well-being. It's more so let's make your well-being your responsibility. So I like that. I like that a lot. Do you feel like you have a lot of responsibility, or or enough responsibility? Like how much responsibility do you feel like you have in your day?
Right now, I don't really have a whole lot because it's not like I have a family. So
That's some sad shit. I want you to know, I can't. You feel me? Cause I don't want to make fun of you, nigga. But you okay?
yeah.
I don't really have a family. Fuck, nigga. Like damn.
Yeah, I don't have like a wife and kids. They would definitely
That
be.
don't make you feel away.
Nah, if I had that, then they would be my responsibility. That'd be the first thing I think about every morning I get up is my family before I leave. But being that I don't have that, you know,
Why is a wife and kid the first thing you would think about? Is that something that you think is singular to you, or you think that's inherent as you being a man?
I think it's just inherent being a man. Just making sure that they taken care of, making sure my wife's needs are good before I leave. Making sure that she don't need anything. Same thing with the kids, making sure they're taken care of. Food in the house, money or whatever. The car's running good.
Do you feel like, and I'm sorry to cut you off, do you feel like the responsibilities that come with taking care of your family, you mind if I ask you the same questions, bro? So the question of the day is, what do you feel what do you feel men are responsible for? Wait, how do I say this question?
What you feel responsible for as a man?
What do you feel responsible for as a man? I got my backup dude behind the camera because sometimes I mix the words up.
That's a good question. I think it's just, I think providing. I think it's men's responsibility is just provide. However way you feel that is, you're physically, emotionally, in some way provide. Not necessarily, but to make anybody else happy, but to make yourself happy too. That means providing for yourself. So
What about you specifically? What are some responsibilities you take on? Do you feel you're responsible for? Like today, your day, when you woke up, did you feel like you had a lot of responsibilities, no responsibilities, enough responsibilities, too much responsibilities? Like, how did you feel about your day to day?
uh, I wouldn't say I have too much responsibility. I'm an organized person. So when it comes to certain things, I like structure with my day. So it's getting up, doing my routine, drinking a smoothie, making sure my health is right, taking my turmeric, certain things like that, taking my elderberry, just making sure like my health in general is in structure first. Then I go from there from my day, whether it's a shower, getting ready for work, I don't take it as if it's a heavy responsibility or a burden on my day. I just take it with structure.
I like that. I like that. Do you think that men in general experience have more responsibilities being a man? Do you think being a man comes with more responsibilities than being a woman?
I think so. When it comes to certain, like I said, it's a providing. A man is a providing human being. You necessarily want to take care of people, but when it comes to certain situations, some people, lose their, their person that's providing for them. So maybe they're put into a place where they need to provide. I say sometimes it's set in stone to where men are just forced. Some men are forced. Some men are not. Some men just want to do it just because that's just how the way they are. I just think it's just on however your life is impacted by whoever's providing or you're providing for.
You said provisions, right? So what are some of the provisions that you feel that a man has to take care of? What are some of the provisions you feel like a man? I don't know. I don't want to say provide for provisions because it's like too much. It's too much p in that sentence. But what are some of the things that men bring to the table as far as provisions?
Well, I feel like if you're not yourself, if you're not your best self, you can't bring nothing to the table. If I say, taking care of kids is one, doing a better job with that when it comes to the millennial base with that. But I say, if you're not, when it comes to a man, if you're not your whole self, then you're not going to provide anything.
How do you find your whole self to provide something for your family or the people you care about? How do you go about finding your whole self?
That's a question you can ask kind of anybody. It's however routine.
Oh, I'm legit talking about you.
No.
This is for you,
But
brother.
for me in general, is waking up in the morning and finding yourself, saying what you want to be manifested in life, proving your actions. Organization, I think, is one. And I think for one important one is dang, I just lost my train of thought.
Well, he do got a whole razor next to your face. You should probably. He a professional. He a professional.
It'll come back to me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, I think, me finding myself, I think me speaking it into existence is the main thing. And then that's the way I kind of structure my life.
So like saying it saying it out loud. I mean, saying it out loud is kind of your way of giving yourself the
I
boost.
say to myself every day, like, fortune's not going to come to everybody when they're just going to sit around. I'm going to have at least what I want, at least one time in my lifetime. So whatever I want, I'm going to have at least one time in my lifetime. Whether it's, cars, whether it's a house, whether it's good health, whether it's, real estate, working on something that you love, art, whatever people like to be creative with. I'm going to enjoy my time and having what I want at least once in life.
I like that, brother. I like that. I appreciate you, man. Let me sit down with Phil. Ask Phil the same question. What up, Phil? CMOS? Hey, CMOS, Phil. We're gonna ask Phil the same question. What do you feel responsible for as a man?
Well, as a family man, I'm supposed to feel responsible to take care of my kids, make sure my house, my wife, everybody's good.
How do you make sure your wife is good?
Making sure she cared about, loved. Make
Give
sure
me an
she,
example of cared about and loved for your wife.
my wife, give her husband, make sure I appreciate her, tell her I appreciate her every day, everything she does.
I do
for
this.
us.
I do the same thing for his wife.
This nigga. You had to go there.
No, I'm playing. Don't kill me.
Incredible Hulk.
I love you, man. Yo, so what else do you do to provide for your kids? How do you make sure they good?
This morning, instead of her getting up, yelling, and sometimes they frustrate her, give her a hard time in the morning, I calmly in the nice tone and manner, hey, get up. Now put your feet on the floor. Now you up and you still laying there. Actually stand up. Go in the bathroom. Brush your teeth before you put your shirt on. Stuff because when you get spit all on your stuff. I rear and make sure they get that done.
You lead.
And they went to school, cool, no fussing, no whining or nothing. She like, thank you, Phil, thank you. She appreciated that I did that, and she sit there and lay down and rest a little bit. know what I'm saying?
Nah, I like that. I like that. So, do you feel like you have, I guess, do you feel like you have the space to take care of your like the support to take care of your responsibilities on your own, or do you feel like you need more support certain days, more days than not? Do you need more support to take care of your responsibilities?
I think she feel like that more than I do. Cause me, I can just get up, brush my teeth, and leave all of them in there and go. But this morning I jumped. I knew I was up. I was woke. I had a good night's rest. So I'm like, I'm gonna let her rest, and I'm gonna get up and do this today. You know what I'm saying? So she feel.
You seem like you feel good about that, man.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of myself.
Yeah, you seem proud. I'm proud of you too, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
When I call your wife later, we gonna talk about
The
it.
one day I did, but then she gonna keep expecting it. So I gotta go ahead and step up now. I just set the goal, so I got to go ahead and do that.
Set the bar. I like
Set
that,
the
man.
bar.
I like that. I like that. So my other question is, do you feel like for your wife, how you take care of your wife? Do you feel like protection is something that you give your wife?
I don't feel like it. It's just that I'm there. I'm Big Phil. I'm bigger than everybody in the house, so that's just automatic with me.
Okay. So my question for that is, you're out. You and your wife are out, right?
Gotcha.
There's another woman.
we're out.
You're outside at a bar. You're at a bar, right? Let's just say a bar because I know you karaoke. So you at a bar, you karaoke, and a young lady in the crowd is cursing out this dude. This dude's cursing back at her. They get into it physically. I don't know who starts it, but whatever. Get to it physically. Do you go and fight the man? Step in front of the woman to get them and they're about to get physical. Let's say they don't get physical. They're about to get physical, right? He's stepping to her. She's stepping to him. She like, do it, do it, do it. He like, yo, don't make me do it. You would tell
I'm that dude, yeah.
You go step in
I'm a
between him and
total
her.
stranger, but I'm that dude to go over there.
Do you feel like that takes away from you protecting your family? The reason I asked that is because I seen
Because
this
something
video.
happened to me?
I seen this video where this woman was like, she don't want her man to protect every other woman. The reason why she said that is that her man, she worked with her man, she got herself a man for that protection, and his protection does not cover other women because when you get yourself in a position where you need to be protected, you either shouldn't be in that situation or you should have been with a man when you went to that situation. She was like, because if her man get hurt trying to protect you, now they're out of a man. You ain't got no man. She got a whole family that depends on this man. This man's the pillar. Like you saying, you take on more responsibilities, right? So you got responsibilities to your family. So when you get hurt or you put yourself in harm's way, you don't even got to get hurt. You putting yourself in a position to get hurt at zero building to your family.
All right, let me counter on that. How I feel if I'm out and I'm having a good time with my woman, and this crowd, this couple over here is disturbing my good time, I'm gonna go nip that in the bud over there so I can, probably be the hero a little bit, but make sure I don't disturb us over here and everybody else's good time.
What if he tell you step? What if he tell you step? No. What if he tell you step before I put hands on you, old nigga? He like, yo, step before I put hands on you, old dog.
I didn't jumped in there now.
So now you go. So now you boxing.
Yeah, it's in it.
You think that's fair to your family?
Probably not. But they know I'm a thorough ass nigga and I ain't going for that bullshit when I'm out. So they gonna know that.
So you being thorough is worth you not being around to protect your family.
No, it's never not. Never not. But
I don't know what never not. Now I'm confused. I was double negative.
Never not thorough. Never not good for me to jump out there and get hurt so I won't come home at night.
So that's never a good situation.
Never a good situation.
All right, I was confused.
But
you got me though.
Being from where I'm from, man, you strap your boots up and go. You going in on it? Commit to it.
So I agree, right? Like in me, core value.
Yeah, I know you crazy.
I got sisters. I got sisters, and I'm thinking like if my sister was out there, I want the next dude to make sure my sister was good.
And like you said,
but I also understand that I wouldn't want my woman my woman is with me, right? And one of the woman get into the situation, two dudes that get into it. Not even two dudes get into it, and she want to be peacemaker for two dudes.
Oh, no.
I'm like, babe, what you doing, putting yourself in that situation? I'd be like, that's not for you to get in the middle of. See what I'm saying? So if I'm doing that for her, why am I putting myself in a situation? Same thing I'm telling her not to do, I'm doing. So it kind of made sense to me in the sense of I've been with a situation where I was at the mall, I'm about to tell myself, but anyway, I was in a situation where me and my man's get into a situation, and the dude, his girl grabbed the dude's face, and the dude smacked her hand off his face. Now, mind you, she shouldn't have been in the middle. She shouldn't have grabbed his face. She was wrong. We paused the beef and was like, yo, what are you doing? He don't know you. We the ones that know you don't put your hands on a dude like that. We had to check her for, basically checked her for him, even though we beefing with dude. Dude gave us a pause. He gave us a timeout right quick, let us talk to her, because he didn't understand what was going on, because we was mad at her. We paused him told her chill out, put her back. She came back, and then the fight broke out because she kept putting
Yeah,
her
getting
hand,
all in-
yeah,
getting
getting in
the
his face because she got in his face, and he didn't do nothing to her. I'm not gonna lie, right? He didn't do anything but move her off of him, and he didn't even do it like mad aggressive or disrespectfully. But just the fact he put his hands on my man's girl was enough for that situation
But
to
she put her
escalate.
hands on him first.
She single-handedly escalated that situation by putting herself in that situation. So like you out with your woman, she jumped between two dudes, and the dudes remove her. Dude touch your girl, and he rah-rahing. You guys now you gotta defend her. She subsequently put you in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dangerous.
So now she risking your safety
That's
or
dangerous.
your ability to protect the family for nothing. For a situation that gains y'all nothing. See what I'm saying? So it changed my perspective a little bit. But I feel you, but I don't know if it's worth it.
No, it's not worth it. 'Cause, like that situation actually happened with my wife. The two neighbors, they was cousins. They getting into it.
Don't get too much information.
Not,
It's the
not too
internet.
much. They get into it, but she was more of a peacemaker. So she
You
came
can't
like,
be a peacemaker for everybody.
yeah, but they didn't get physical, nothing like that. She like heard the situation because they came outside where they was at. And they would start beefing, and she like heard this side, she heard that side, and she like, hold on, I got a solution for y'all. And one walked this way. When I pulled up, one was ranting this way, and she was calming somebody else down that way, but it didn't get physical. But I'm like, but later on, I'm like, why did you even get into that?
Yeah, I think
they
peacemaking.
because they're gonna turn around and beef anyway once you go home. So, because I've seen that before with people like a male and female fighting, and you go break it up, and then now you didn't got into it with them, and now you don't like them no more. One of them was your friend, and later on they made up, and now you still beefing with. They're both of them beefing with you, and you were trying to help them out. I've seen that before. So sometimes,
seen it where
sometimes you got to mind your business.
Sometimes I've seen it where close family members have been in a situation and I've defended them, and then they went back to the situation after I defended them, and now I'm the bad guy because I went out there and I handled it for them. So I can understand that. Hey, Phil, man, that's cool. You took care of the kids this morning, man. I'm proud of you, man. Let's go ask Kev. Now that he back, you know what I mean? Yo, bro, what you doing, man? I gotta walk, man. How I'm gonna walk on that?
Slip first.
Slip first? Slip first and foremost. You want me to die?
No, but
You want me to die?
You slip first.
See, now I got to get in the middle of this situation. Right
Be
here.
careful because my man got no respect for us on the floor. You making jokes, but I can't. You know what? You know what? I go down. You know how much money I'm gonna get out of this place? This place getting shut down. I'm gonna own the windows. I'm gonna own the
If you
windows.
slip first, you'll glide right to the door.
Yo, I low key hate him.
I'm messing with you.
I low key hate him because he's funny. He wittier than I am. All right, so here we go. Right question. Right? What do you feel responsible for as a man?
In a relationship or just being a man?
Both, but I want to hear what you feel responsible for as a man in general. What do you feel responsible for? Like when
First
you
and
get up in the
foremost, myself, and then my loved ones. Because as a man, we're supposed to be the protector, right? So, if my loved ones, maybe girlfriend, wife.
girlfriend and a wife. Hey.
I got a girlfriend and a wife on the side.
City boys up. City boys up on this one. Nah, but how you say?
Your bills, you responsible for yourself.
How do you weather your responsibilities? Do you feel like as a man you have more responsibilities? Do you feel like you have less responsibilities? You have just enough? Are you overwhelmed at times? Like how do you how do you balance out handling your responsibilities? Or do you feel like you don't have that many?
I got a lot of responsibilities.
Do you feel like you wear them well?
I hope I do. I make sure this place is open every day. For the past 15 years, that's a responsibility.
I don't know if I ever explained that Kev and Sean are the owners of Unique Reflections. This is the owner of the business here. But I guess my other question is in your relationship, what do you feel responsible for?
To be the protector.
What's protection look like?
What does protection look like? Just to make sure that she's safe.
Like, I guess my next question would be, does your protection go for her because she's your woman? And also, do you protect other women? And I mean that in the sense of this. I give the scenario to Phil. You're out with your girl, y'all at a bar, there's another couple getting rah-rah, they in each other's face, and it's getting to the point where you could tell it's escalating to physicality, right? They haven't hit anybody, anything like that, but it look like this dude about to put the paps to this girl. Do you leave your woman to go protect that woman from that situation she's getting into with this guy?
If she getting whoop.
She didn't get hit.
She ain't
It's
get hit
about
yet.
to get to
And I'm
physical.
a pretty much try to mind my business.
But do you feel like as a man, it's your responsibility to go over to that situation and get that man out of that woman's face?
No,
Why not?
that's what the police are for.
Okay, so you wouldn't put yourself in harm's way. Now, if a man was in your woman's face,
Then that's different. Then because this is my woman,
so you feel like your protection goes to your woman, not to every woman,
not to everyone.
not to the same extent, or not at all.
I mean, because you're talking about a woman that I probably don't even know.
You don't even know.
So I don't even know her. So that's what security and police is for.
That's outside of my jurisdiction. I don't operate on maybes. This is my woman. That
Well,
is,
let's
this,
say- let's-
I might know her. No, I don't do maybes. That's my woman. I'll take care of her. I'm sorry to that woman.
Let's say you intervene, right?
I do.
And dude is really mad, and he pull a gun and he shoot you.
Then I'm out. My kids is out. My kids. My kid is out. My wife, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Other girlfriend. Other girlfriend. Everybody out. They lose me. Can't be blue if you gray. They you know, hey man, but colors don't die. You know what I'm saying? We just bleed. So I'll be okay. That's why. Nah, you know that's actually the scenario that changed my mind about it. To me, because I have sisters, I automatically was like protect every woman I see because I'd want a man to step in if my sister was out there in a situation that was unsafe, unhealthy, or where she needed a man, right? And I always thought that as a man, you just instinctually take care of women. I'm also with the shits, so like I like to pop off.
Right.
So it wasn't necessarily peacemaking. It was imposing. It was being like, because men carry the threat of violence. Interaction with a man, like me and you there's an unspoken law. Like I know that if I get too he too physical, there's a chance you'll pop off and I gotta fight you. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a threat of violence. You know what I'm saying? That's just implied. I will imply violence in a way that I'll separate a situation. Like, yo, chill out, bro. That's not chill out. That's not peacemaking. That's saying, hey, don't make me get, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to handle you. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that my intentions weren't always peacemaking in these situations just by default. So I won't say that it was always that way, but my mindset was, yeah, protect this woman. If you need to, put hands on him, right? I heard this woman actually made a post and she said her man is her man. He's there for her and her family's protection. He is not the man to protect you. If you want to go somewhere and if you don't got a man with you and you're a woman, you need a man's protection and you need to act like you don't have a man's protection, like you're vulnerable. Don't go out here acting like just because you out here and you're a woman, every man supposed to jump out there. Because I'm going to tell my man, mind your business. Like you said, let the police take care of it. Let security take care of it. Do not put yourself in harm's way where you can't come home back to us. And I was like, I kind of, with my kid, bro, I'm be honest with you. I don't care about everybody else's kid. When it comes to a situation, I'm sage advice. Hey, whatever. But when my kid's involved, my kid, she'll tell you straight up and down. If my father come up here, nobody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be sad. You know what I mean? Because I only care about my kid. Not because I don't care about kids. I'm just saying my kid's paramount. Her safety, her well-being, her happiness. I don't even like the races when she come in second and third place. I'm looking at her face. You okay, baby? You number one to me. No, she told the kids. I don't care if I come in last. I'm the only one get to hug my dad. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that mindset. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be in everybody's business. So I don't know.
How about if you go to break it up and then they jump you?
That's another situation. You go to help her, but she decides she don't want help. She don't like the way you helping her. You being too rough for Tyrone. Now she's like, hey, you ain't got to grab him like that. It's like, yo, Tyrone was about to dig in your face 2 seconds ago. You sure?
You sure?
She like, nah, the police come. He did it. Him right there in the blue. It's like, yo, I've had that with family though. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually okay with that. So you don't think that the protection extends to other people. I like that mindset. Your responsibilities. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by your responsibilities? Like you got too many?
Sometimes.
How do you deal with that?
Tough.
You just tough it out?
I just tough it out.
Do you feel like that's the way you were raised, or that's just you being a man?
I think the way I was raised. I was always raised, especially like when it comes like to the business or whatever. I was always raised as a worker. You know what I mean? Well, not a worker, but to be responsible to get out work and make money. So I was always taught that. So, like, I know my responsibility is to here because this provides for me and mine. You know what I mean? So I don't go out on Friday nights because I know I got to get up and be here at 7:30, 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. So you know, sometimes I want to go out, but you know, I can't because
Nah, cause you go out, you're gonna be in the way. I'm gonna go out without you, bro. You know what I mean? I'm outside. You know, Friday night I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? You see this shirt? The shirt was made for wearing outside. You know what I mean? But do you feel like there's space for you to be overwhelmed? Like if you were overwhelmed by your responsibilities, do you think there's a space for you here or in your life for you to be overwhelmed? Like could you go somewhere to get that kind of support for being overwhelmed with your responsibilities?
yeah. I got family and friends that I can talk to, you know, because you do. Everybody I think gets overwhelmed.
And you need somebody.
Yeah, you need someone.
So your way of dealing with it is to talk about it?
I would guess so. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Hey man, thank you, Kev. Welcome back to the show. Red shirt and all. You know what I mean?
Team Red.
He was almost off. I was almost gonna kick him off. Can I walk? Can I walk, Brody? Can I walk today?
Like I said,
Slide on through.
slide on through.
Dude, get on my nerves. Hey, can I talk to y'all? I want to ask y'all a question.
I can't hear, so you gotta talk to him. My ears are swollen.
Hey, you ain't feeling good,
I
man?
got, I got a sinus issue. I can't hear.
Damn, Brody.
Seriously.
What you do to him, Sean?
Put this massive, nice, immaculate cut on him.
Just make him look fly while he
All
can't.
the hair in his ear.
He said stuffed all the hair in your ear. That's what he said.
What's the question?
The question is, what do you feel responsible for as a man?
That's a general question. That's a big ass question.
It is because I have a lot of things I want to ask around it, so I'm kind of making it general so I can lead the conversation based on how you
know what's
respond.
funny? I'm gonna give you the same answer that I gave you the last time when you asked me a question about something about a man. It's about accountability.
What do you feel responsible for? You feel like being the thing you need responsible for is taking accountability?
Absolutely, positively. That's where it starts. You got to be accountable to yourself, for yourself, and then you can do everything for everybody else. Because
So I literally, every barber in here, number one thing was take care of themselves. First thing they said was make sure I'm good and then go take care of everything else. Everybody said that. Now they say, I haven't asked you yet, but I assume you're going to say the same thing. Make sure I'm taking care of, I'm good, my health is right. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody says self-care to some degree.
the same answer. You take care of yourself, and that makes you
I can't put the microphone right into the. Now you good. This joint pick up for real. It's going.
accountable and responsible to the people around you that you care about, that you're going to take care of,
So how do you take accountability for your woman, for your wife?
Oh, shit, that could be anything. Money. I do a lot. I cook, I clean, I make sure the car is done right, I make sure that the snow is gone in front of our footsteps,
Sauce laid down.
toilet's clean,
Nah, I feel you. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the things you take care of?
What's that?
You ever feel overwhelmed by the things you take care of?
No. The Lord give me breath, man, As long as I have breath in my body, never feel overwhelmed. I mean, yeah, your plate get full and you can only do so much, but no, never overwhelmed.
Never overwhelmed.
Never.
Do you feel like? Let me ask you a question. You out with your lady. Y'all at a function, right? And another couple or two, you see a woman and a man starting to get verbally loud with each other, and it look like it's about to escalate to a physical altercation. Do you interject into that situation while you're out with your lady?
Mildly, depending upon how comfortable I feel, if I know the people or if
Don't know the people, strangers.
or if the people seem to be reasonable, yes, I will approach.
If they seem reasonable.
I will intervene. You can tell when you're dealing with a gorilla. You leave him alone. But if the gentleman, act like he's got something on the ball, and if you say one little thing to him and he catches eye, then you can tell if he's going to be responsive or not. If it's a knucklehead and he give you some sideways answer, I leave it alone.
You leave it alone. Why?
Because I'm not going to bring myself down and get no altercation with no knucklehead. And it ain't in my business.
If it's your woman that the knucklehead is approaching, is it different for you?
Say that again?
If it's your woman that the knucklehead is approaching, is it different for you?
Why would my woman be approaching him?
No. If your woman and the knucklehead, like, she goes to get drinks at the function.
Same thing. I'm gonna approach him as a gentleman. If I see it in his eye that he responds, accordingly. Then I'll give him some information that I think is helpful. If I see he's a knucklehead, then I'm gonna alleviate myself and my woman from that situation.
Oh, so you make sure you get your woman up out of there too. Like,
Oh,
you like
absolutely.
we leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
You know,
that
it's not a-
too.
it's not a
That's a
knucklehead.
very mature way to look at it.
A lot of knuckleheads out there.
That's a very mature way. Sean, you ain't running, right?
Nah, I'll be right back.
All right.
You know, you can tell in a brother's eye if he's gonna respond to you.
No,
If you catch your
I know the
brother
feel.
wrong, if you catch your brother wrong, and you catch his attention, and if he's going to be accountable, if he's going to be receptive, then you can see, you can tell it in a brother.
No, I absolutely know what you're talking
Been
about.
around long enough, you can tell knuckleheads.
Absolutely. I know the look you're talking about. I know it firsthand. I'm like, yo, you're right,
Catch
you're
his
right.
eye. If
I
he's
was
going to be receptive, then you give him a little bit of information. You ain't going to be overwhelming. I ain't your pappy. You know, just give you a little helpful, little piece of advice. If he takes it, fine. Then the
See, my thing
situation-
was I would always interject in those situations, but I would lead with the threat of violence. Not necessarily verbally, but like my attitude. I know that I never
You said you used to be.
I used to be.
Okay.
This situation, I mind my business because I know I'll fight you. Like I know I'll go right to it. So I normally avoid altercations while I'm still in the emotion. But like if I was gonna interject, I don't interject because I float. People like to talk. I like to fight. I'm a different kind of person, and that's me. So I'm like I don't. But people get tired of getting their ass whipped. So you can't fight everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna win them all. Ask
Yeah,
Ronda Rousey.
I'm okay with that. But I'm saying you can't.
Violence
You can't go out and jump in everybody's face. So I know I've learned to keep myself, stay to myself, take care of me and my peoples. I was talking about the woman situation because I saw this thing online where this woman said that her man is for her and her family's protection, not for the protection of every woman out there. So when they were like, you need to jump out. If you a man, you watching a woman get into it, you can't be no man and let no man jump on a woman. It's like, yo, hey.
You gotta pick your battle.
She's like, her man don't jump in everybody else's situation. We'll call the police, the security, but we're not gonna put my man in harm's way.
You gotta pick your battles. Yeah, I ain't jumping up in there with no knucklehead.
With no gorilla.
With Debo.
Yeah, I feel you. You gotta be safe, brother. You gotta be
All
safe.
right, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yo, hey.
Let me go ask. You mind if we come back here? Can I ask you a question? The question is, what do you feel men are responsible for
Are responsible?
in a family, in a relationship? What do you feel like men are responsible for?
That's
General, I know.
I mean, I would say, okay, order.
I like that order. How does he create order?
Structure. Like, I feel like the man should make sure things run a certain way, like, you know?
No, I kind of get it. It is a broad question. So here's what I'll ask you, right? How does your man, when he's creating order and structure, how does he protect you as a woman in that order and structure?
Protect me in that way. Let me see.
I guess with like in that structure of the like how does protection get given to you, ideally?
I feel like, let me see. So basically, I, as a woman, like, okay, the man provide. I mean, I don't know.
This is great. All of this is a clip.
He always.
Yeah, what do you feel responsible for as a woman? I guess
Oh, okay. So.
that's an easier version of the question.
So I feel responsible for. So my job is like the more nurturing side of it, the more, I guess, emotional side of it, of things, and support of that structure.
So your goal is like, what are we doing? Let me help. Let me add to it.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it. Okay, so as a woman functioning in 2024, what do you feel responsible for just in your day to day?
I feel responsible for bringing divine femininity.
I love that phrase because I have no idea what it means. Like, I absolutely love it because it sounds great. I actually had a comment on your client that was here. Him, what he spoke of as far as like how he takes care of his woman, and the woman commented saying like this man's maturity, emotional maturity was like exactly what you need for divine femininity to flourish. She like legit wrote those words in the comment, so I just read it on the way to the barbershop because she just commented that. Silver just commented that. And I was like, that's amazing that you would say it right now when I just read the comment about how this guy created an environment for divine femininity to thrive. Now, I know her, so I know she's saying divine femininity. I have a concept because I've known her for years. But I'm curious what you mean by divine femininity, what you bringing divine femininity. What does that mean?
Just allow me to be feminine. I don't as a woman, I don't want to have to tap into my masculine energy. It creates an imbalance within us, you know?
Nah, I understand.
So whatever that man can do to make sure that I'm not tapping into that masculine energy. I mean, of course, we are fully capable of it. At times, it's needed, right? But I don't want to have to, I don't want it to have to be like a consistent thing.
Do you feel like you have a plethora, like a large number of responsibilities in your day, just going through your day to day? Do you feel like you have a lot of responsibilities, a little bit of responsibilities, an overwhelming amount of responsibilities?
Oh yeah, it's very overwhelming at times. Most of the time.
Do you feel like you have the support you need to take care of those responsibilities?
I have family support. So, but mainly it kind of all falls on me. But that's because I'm a single mother. So, with all the other single mothers out there, we have to tap into that masculine energy too frequently, and so yeah.
Do you feel like one of the, I guess not hardships, having your responsibilities would be easier if there was a partner in the parenting?
Oh, most definitely.
What part of it would be easier? You gotta say all of it.
Like seriously, what?
What's the one thing you wish you had more help for? No, two. Give me two things. No. You know what? Three things.
Dang.
Two. Okay, two. Two things that you feel like would be easier with a partner.
Let's see. Maybe disciplining the children, right? Because I feel ganged up on all the time. Right? So that part. And just maybe like overall kind of keeping up with the day-to-day things that I have to remember.
Having like someone to split some of the remembering
Yeah.
task complete the to-do list, split the to-do list with. You're like, yeah, that sounds really great. Like, they just one day.
One day.
I love it. Well, thank you for the answers, Ashley. We appreciate you, love. All right, let's see if we can get Sean. I've been trying to get Sean on this joint the whole time. Sean's not here. Okay, cool. Brody, what's up, man? All right, so question, bro. Can I ask you a question for the pod? Sure. Question I'm going to ask you is, what do you feel responsible for as a man? In your day-to-day, like you live in life, what do you feel responsible for as a man?
That my family is doing well and that the bills are paid. That's about it, to be honest.
What do you feel?
And my health is, obviously.
Yeah, actually,
I'm in good health.
I'm recently found out that your health is paramount in these situations. What do you feel responsible for in your relationship?
I don't do those.
You don't do
I
relationships?
don't do relationships, no.
Damn.
To be honest.
This is a
I
dick.
haven't been in one, really. So.
Can we unpack that? Yeah, can we?
No.
What? No relationship?
No relationship.
Just
I don't do that.
What's the reason?
It's too many tangibles, I feel like. There's too many things to be worried about, I guess. I'd rather just be single and do my thing. I've
That's
always been that way.
hey man, I respect it. He's like, yo,
Always been that way.
relationships nowadays is convoluted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of people with podcasts making to-do lists on how to have a relationship. So there's so many things to misstep and misunderstand. So I can understand stepping away from that. So you say taking care of your family is one of your responsibilities. You feel like you have a lot of responsibilities? Like, is it a lot, few, just enough? You ever feel overwhelmed with the responsibilities in your day?
Just enough. Just enough. Yeah. Nah, I don't really feel overwhelmed as much as long as I'm doing the right thing and I'm taking care of my family. I don't really stress out a lot. So
I can see, because you like, yo, you seem very nonchalant.
Yeah,
Like, I just keep it easy.
try not to stress at all.
I,
And
I,
then when I do, I remind myself it's not healthy. So take a step back and-
you so about your health that you like, I won't even engage in stressing out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do you do when you get to, or you start getting to that point?
Just breathe. Just take a step back.
Step back and breathe.
Just breathe. Yeah.
Tell yourself, hey,
Yeah.
it's not
Things
healthy.
will be all right. Yeah. Basically.
Has it ever not been all right?
Nah, not for the most part.
It's like you survived 100% of the things you've been through, so you're like,
It's worked out.
it's
I've
always
gone
been.
far. I mean, yeah. So.
What's some, have you always been this way? It's just your, always been typical, or was there like a changing point?
Oh, I started working when I was like 14 years old, so I've always been responsible for like my own things, buy my own stuff, and I guess you could say I matured at a early age, and I've always been that way.
Do you think that's normal for working at 14?
Not here in the States, no.
Why the hell are you so like, that's, I mean, I started working when I was 13, 12. I got a worker's permit. I was working at a plaza, actually. My uncle was an engineer, so I used to do like
I was a
assistant
busboy
engineer. Yeah,
at a
so
restaurant, so I was just cleaning plates and stuff like that. So
that's still
yeah,
a work.
making
You was
a lot of
working.
money, yeah, so I think I learned a lot at a young age.
What do you think played into you being so damn chill though? Like, that's the thing. I'm trying to unpack the chillness. Like,
I
what's
think that has to do with it as well, a little bit.
just as you worked earlier and had to
it's
take care of
like
your own
that.
things?
Yeah, exactly. Responsibilities at a young age, so.
So you had to man up to responsibilities early. Sorry. Like, I had to man up to responsibilities early. So I can dig that, man. I can dig that. So I guess if there was advice you could give someone who was feeling not overwhelmed, but like that was dealing with coming into their manhood, right, and responsibilities, what advice would you give them?
Oh man, that's a good question. Probably take things one step at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with too many things at once, and focus on things that you have control on. That's probably the main thing.
Definitely focus on the things you can control.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well, I was trying to talk it up. I feel like at this point I'm just making making you repeat yourself. My man's like, yo, I'm chilling. I'm always chilling. I actually chill all the time. I'm chilling right now. But I'm trying to get Sean to be the guy to finish out the show for me, but Sean is not available. So that means in this pod, the second time, we're going to end without Sean's input on the topic. I guess for me, I feel responsible for my family, my daughter, actually. I say my family, but the most important thing to me is my daughter. I want to make sure that she is the best version of herself at all times. So my biggest responsibility is to take whatever I can control in my day. I guess whatever my 100%. I learned this from a friend of mine that every day you got to give your 100%, whatever that looks like each day. So my 100% goes into what can I do? How can I be of service to my kid to give her the best experience, the best Tuesday, the best Sunday, the best Monday, the best trip to school, the best trip home. What can I do to make her situation better? Because I didn't have a lot of the things that she has the opportunity to have, and I want to make it the best I can for her. I recently acquired this piece of advice where they said, I'll take care of me for you, and you take care of you for me. And I love it. I absolutely love that, because I tend to take care of people better than I take care of myself. So I feel like if I switched that energy and took care of myself more, I'd be of better service to the people I care about. So I'm trying to change my mindset into I take care of myself for everybody that I care about. So that's one of the responsibilities I have now is to myself, but even that is rooted in taking care of other people. Do I feel overwhelmed? I would say I only feel overwhelmed when I got into like things, new territory. When I get into new territory emotionally, I feel overwhelmed. I'm a very emotional, passionate person or type of man, so it's easy for me to react and respond in the emotion that I'm at the time. So I'm trying to be in a place now where I can deal with things from a level ahead. So I got this phrase to be with the emotion and not in the emotion, and that's been helping me a lot with making cooler, calmer decisions. Like my man's who's chill all the time, I had to learn how to be chill. I got a best friend, Red and Green. Those guys always help me be chill. So I've learned how to be a better version of myself every day. So that's me. That's my responsibility. In a relationship, I take care of my woman. I definitely take care of my woman to the utmost. And I don't think I do it. If I saw a girl out here scrapping in a dude's face or whatever about to scrap with a dude, I used to jump out there. But I think at this particular point in my life, I wouldn't put myself in harm's way because my daughter needs me. So I wouldn't. I would call, I'd make provisions, I'd try to get whatever security, whatever authorities in the area over there, but I don't think I would physically put myself in harm's way. I think I've grown out of that. I think it's an immature thing to just want to fight people all the time. Like, I can't do that. I think my only reason to put myself in the physical altercation is over my daughter. And even she don't want me to go to jail or be hurt, so I gotta be safe with things like that. So I would try to protect the person without physically putting myself in harm's way. Sean's still not here. I think we're gonna wrap this up. Unless I can ask my bro. Hey, my man, you mind if I ask you a question for my podcast? All right, I'm gonna sit down right here, you know what I'm saying? So we put you on camera. What's up, what's your name, man?
Nesu.
Nesu?
Yeah, sir.
That's a real ass name, my nigga. When I ask you, you figure out what that name means in a little bit, man. That's a dope ass name. All right, so what do you feel responsible for as a man in your day to day and in your relationship? But first, your day to day. What do you feel responsible for as a man?
Taking care of business, make some money.
That's to the point, my nigga. What do you feel responsible for in your relationship?
Taking care of business.
Making money.
Making money.
All right, how do you take care of business in your day to day?
Your day to day, I don't know. Wake up early, make sure all your shit is done, it's in order. You know, house is clean, house is in order.
What does that
take care of
do?
your responsibilities.
What is house in order? Take care of all your things. What does that look like? Like, how do you know your house is in order?
You got a clean house, you know, nothing's broken, everything's paid, grass is cut, that kind of thing, you know.
Why is that important?
Because that's your home, you got to take care of where you stay.
I'm just saying, like, but for what? Like, what's the reason for that?
What? I mean, it reflects who you are. Like, do you take care of other things in your life, yes or no? That's one of the first indicators.
It's a reflection of you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so how do you take care of things in your relationship? How you make things in order with that?
It depends.
Depends on who
the
you're
shorty.
with?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Wait, depends on who you're with. So you take care of your relationship differently depending on the girl?
It's going to be different. It's going to be different. The relationship's going to be different between who you with, what they need from you, what you're looking from them, like that kind of thing. So it's going to be different things.
So are you responsible for the person that you're with, for the happiness of the person that you're with?
Partly responsible.
You do feel partly responsible?
Partly, yeah, not fully, obviously not. And vice versa.
What part?
You should be happy before going into a relationship on your own. You shouldn't just be out here looking for all that.
Do you believe in therapy?
Yeah, that's good for you. That's what my mom does.
Your mom does therapy? She's a therapist?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you like, I'm you whole.
Yeah, man.
Like it's all together.
Hell yeah.
All right, so okay, here's a scenario I got, right? You were out with your lady. Y'all at a bar, right?
Yeah.
You're at a bar, you kicking, everything's cool. There's a woman and a dude across the bar getting into a verbal altercation. You guys notice it. It's in close enough proximity for you to notice, and it looks like it's about to escalate to a physical altercation.
Ooh.
Do you go over to protect that woman in that situation? Do you leave your lady to go over and protect that woman from that man in that possible physical altercation?
Are we the only ones there?
No, you're at a bar. You're at a bar.
At a bar?
A bunch of people in
I
there.
mean, you're going to have to let security let all that handle it. Stay out of that business, that's what I say.
Why do you stay out of that business?
I don't know though. That's it. That's how I was raised. I said I keep out of my own business. That's what I do.
So a woman's about to have a physical altercation with a man. You don't go protect the
we're
woman?
right there. We're like right next to them.
You're close proximity. You're not right. I mean, you could be right next to him. I'm just saying you're close enough where you're the first.
You can throw out a y'all good. One of those, hey, y'all good.
homie like, yeah, we good. Homie like, yo, we good. Homie like, nah, we good. And he goes back to it.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know.
He said, that's crazy. Like, that's wild. You should,
I'm too zen for that.
Security should probably come take care of this. Do you not putting yourself in harm? Why you not? I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because you're like, you really ain't doing it, and I keep trying to have fun. I know you're not doing it. I'm trying to ask around. Why you not doing it, man?
I don't know, man. Depends.
Like,
Could
why
be,
you?
could be
like-
spur of the moment. Who knows what's
all
going
right,
on?
so the dude rah-rah at your girl go get drinks in the bar, and you see your girl at the bar, and she going back and forth, and it look like it's about to get. Hey, so I'm asking you.
different,
So
that's different,
no,
bro.
I know it's different.
Yeah,
That's why I
it
asked you.
it's
What do you do in that situation? Do you step the homie?
Take care of business. Like I told you.
Now you're taking care of
That's
business.
it.
Okay, now we taking care of business. Why is it different for your girl than the woman that's not your girl?
I don't know. It's your girl. It's your shorty.
You don't feel like it's your responsibility to your girl to make sure she good?
Not my girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
my girl.
it's your
I got
responsibility. So one of your responsibilities
look out.
is to protect your woman.
For sure. Why not? Yeah.
For sure, why
wouldn't
not? I like the why not. Like, yeah, let's do it. Just put get some cheese on there, a little lettuce, a little responsibility. That's what it's talking about. So I guess my question to you is, do you feel like a man in general that men should stand up for women that are in situations like if that's not your woman, and are you responsible if you're in proximity of a woman in a situation to put yourself in harm's way? Or
I think responsibility is a tough word, but like if you feel like obligated in that situation, but I can help out, I can make the situation better, then of course you can step up and do that. But responsibility, that's one other thing.
so you don't feel like it's your responsibility, but it's
Hey,
if it's in you, it's a value.
If you like, oh, that's what I'm feeling right now. That's what I need to do. That's part of your value.
You don't feel it's a responsibility at all?
No, I mean, that's a tough word to do. To assign responsibility to different things, to different people. I don't know what they got going on.
Nah, I like that, man. I like that. Now, get back to your name. What's your name mean?
My full name is Ishayanisu. It means God is with us.
What's your full name?
Ishayanisu.
Okay. God is with us. I was going to repeat it, but I'm not going to try
Nah,
to repeat
you
it. 'Cause
good.
I'm not going to disrespect you, bro. 'Cause that's a dope-ass name, man.
Appreciate it.
Where's it from?
Zimbabwe.
They got the Zimbabwe God is with you, nigga, in here teaching me about, bro. Where you been at, man? I've been in the shop for 14 years. I ain't never seen you before. Yo, this dude the coolest, man. You didn't come at 12, be on the pod. Yo, I'm still in this dude. This dude's amazing. God is with us. Hey, Sean. I've been prolonging the pod so I can ask you these questions, man.
What's good?
You missed last week, too.
I know, man. I had some shit going on.
Hey, man.
When I talk, you. That's what a host do. You feel me? That's what
I changed my mind. We don't need Sean on the pod. We're going to close it up, wrap it up. Nah. What do you feel responsible for as a man?
Leadership. I gotta lead myself and the people around me. Leadership, guidance, you know what I mean? To be a strong leader, it comes with a lot, you know what I mean? It's a lot to start with. Tapping into people, knowing how they move in order to deliver the message to them, to get them to move where they need to go to. So we can go deep into it, but generally speaking, leadership.
Okay, what's your responsibility to your woman?
Leadership.
It stops there.
Man, that encompasses a lot.
The same things that encompass with your day-to-day, it encompasses with your woman?
Because
So what are some of the contrasts?
you got to lead her emotions. What do you mean? What's your contrast?
I said, what are some of the contrasts compared to your responsibilities in your day-to-day and your responsibilities to your woman? What is a contrasting point? Because you said they're very similar, and I can agree with that. But what makes your woman and a woman on the street a woman on the street?
The woman, my woman, is for me, right? She's on my page. She's on my timeline, right? And we got this plan that we putting together to attack life with. So she got my back and I got hers. A woman on the street is just that. Is she on my team like a woman in here? That's a part of my team, a friend, like what, or just a woman at the bus stop?
Woman at the bus stop.
Okay, that's just a woman at the bus stop.
Okay, so you out with your woman, and the woman at the bus stop is rah-rahing with a man at the bus stop, and it looked like it's about to escalate to something dangerous. Do you interject yourself into that rah-rah?
And I'm with my woman?
Yes, you're with your woman.
My first duty is to myself and my woman. I gotta make sure that we all right. Who's to say that the bus stop woman ain't going upstrap and blast everybody? Man, we trying to get up out of there. You know what I mean? I'm not responsible for that woman.
Why is that? Where do you think that comes from? The relationship?
What you mean? Where?
I mean, I've always been the person to pop off and be a part of the rah-rah. If I seen a woman rah-rahing with a dude, I got sisters. The first thing I do is put my sister in that situation. I'm like, I would want a dude to protect my sister if she was in a situation where a man was looking like he's about to do something to her, right? That's how my brain worked with it. I'll be honest with you, right? Just being fully transparent. It was until I saw a video where a woman was describing that her man's responsibility, his duty was to protecting her and her family, their family. That's her man. And she follows him, she leads with him, she's with him for them to protect her and her family. His responsibility is not to a woman on the street. If he's at a bar or a restaurant and you're out there rah-rahing in a man's face, he is not going to protect you because he is not going to risk getting hurt and not being able to protect us. If you want protection, get you a man and go to those situations with your man. Don't expect my man to be your man and when you need him.
That's valid.
Valid as hell, right?
Yeah.
It changed my perspective entirely. So now I'm like, I mind my business. And I'm realizing that most of the guys in this shop mind their business.
Now, that's within context. Let's say if it's just a woman that's just like getting out the grocery store, walking down the street, and some dude just like jumps and mugs her. You know what I mean? Something like that. Then it's a little different. But if she's popping off at the mouth and they arguing and it's like it's domestic.
You chase the mugger?
I'm not going to chase the mugger, but I'm gonna
assist her.
I would like to think that I'm gonna at least defend this woman.
He grabbing at her purse, pulling her purse from her arm. She tug of warring with the man. You go when you break that up.
I'm at least be boisterous about it. But as long as she's safe, man, those goods can be replaced. Whatever he took can be replaced. Your life can't be. So at that point, my priority would be to make sure that your life is okay. Everything else, I mean, you got to handle that.
I don't know. I've seen two purses be snatched in my entire life, and the first one happened so quick I didn't process it.
Right.
Like I didn't know. The woman walked up the street past me. Like she walked. Well, my car was facing this way, and she walked up the street past me. And then when I was sitting waiting, a couple of minutes later, I see this guy sprinting down the road with the purse.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a minute or two later, she walked back and she was like, "Oh my God!" I mean, she didn't know I was in the car. She's like, "Oh my God." Oh my God, like, you know, huffing and puffing. I was like, oh my God. And it didn't register that the man had snatched her purse and ran and took off. Right. So there was nothing I could do for that lady.
No.
But another one I saw, like I was walking and I seen the dude tugging and he grabbed it and ran this way. But I was further back. I wasn't close enough I would have needed to run preemptively to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was within eyesight, but not within like.
Well, let's be clear, man. No one's life is worth that purse, the woman or yours. So if this dude is willing to kill behind that purse, obviously he probably needed more than you or that woman. If he's willing to kill you, look, man, go ahead and take that purse. Man,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, man, you all right? All right, man, let's go ahead and get you right. Can I get you something, get you some water?
I think that's a little different, though, from like a wrongdoing or a crime. I'm talking more so about a protection situation, right? Because in that situation, even if it was your woman, you wouldn't. If your girl go to the grocery store, she's not necessarily putting herself in harm's way. That's a random act of violence type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about like, you know, a woman goes to a bar with a bunch of guys is drinking and alcohol at a bar. There's opportunities for something to go wrong in those situations, right? At a nightclub or something like that. So I feel like in those situations, like even when I was younger, a lot of the women that I'm friends with, we would go as a group, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Group of guys, group of girls, and we went there even though we were all together, we was friends. Some of us was dating, but you know what I'm saying? The idea was they had men there with them to keep them safe, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, and we went there as men with them to keep them safe.
Right.
I don't see, I mean, I know it's not a necessity, but now that I think back to it, that was genius. You know what I mean? There's a group of us and we all kind of kept each other safe, you know what I'm saying? Like if he wasn't stepping something, it wasn't just him stepping over there. He knew he had his brothers with him too, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So we were always a group of people having a good time, but also able to keep each other safe, you know?
Yeah.
Another question is, do you ever feel overwhelmed by your responsibilities?
You know, if I do feel overwhelmed, it's just a feeling, and I quickly remind myself that feelings aren't fact, and if it's on my plate, I can handle it, and there's an answer for it. So, you know, that feeling, it's really discouragement. It gets dismissed real fast. And with age, you know, men should learn how to dismiss those negative thoughts and or feelings.
You don't feel like there's a space for a man to be overwhelmed with his responsibilities?
Shit, that's being a man.
See, just being a man is to not be overwhelmed.
Nah, it's not to be overwhelmed. It's to be able to control. It's kind of like, you know, when the quarterback's in the Super Bowl and he keeps his poise together, like he's not in the Super Bowl, like he's just some 9-year-old kid playing at a game. You know what I mean? You got to have a certain poise to yourself to where, you know, no matter what's being thrown in your way, that you're going to persevere. And it's the art of perseverance. That's what it really is. So when you overwhelmed, you know what I mean, you got to sharpen your tools of perseverance and persevere through it. Because at the end of the day, you're not dead. At the end of the day, it ain't nothing that you can't get through. Because obviously, you ain't dead. So keep pushing.
I can dig it. I'm just saying that you don't think that being overwhelmed is a natural like effect of having a large number of responsibilities. That at some point you can be overwhelmed, and that is an okay state to be in. I mean, I'm not saying they exist there, but like that feeling isn't like a negative thing, right?
You gotta break that down. So what are you overwhelmed about? Are you taking on responsibilities that you shouldn't be taking on? Well, maybe that's causing the anxiety of you feeling overwhelmed. Feeling.
Oh, the question was, what do you feel?
We're talking about feelings.
The question was, what do you feel responsible for? I never asked you a fact because I feel like what you feel the responsibilities you put on yourself are uniquely you. You know what I'm saying? Your responsibilities can be similar to mine, but they are separate set of responsibilities.
Those are my thoughts. Those are my principles.
I get you.
We're going past feelings at that point.
Yeah, but even with principles, like you don't think that there's a space for men to be overwhelmed by their responsibilities?
Like I said, you got to put it in context, right? So if you take
I'm saying, all right, so every day I get up.
If you're spreading yourself too thin and you're taking care of the wrong people, then yeah, you're gonna feel overwhelmed and spread thin because you're not compartmentalizing what's important.
Let me put it this way, right? Say you're in a situation where you have a family member, and the family member, you can't choose that. That's it. That family member is your family member now, right?
Okay.
So that family member is, I don't know, maybe it's an auntie or a cousin, right?
Okay.
And that family member and those family members that come along with her are part of your family. So when situations go bad in that household, it now affects you. That makes sense?
Yeah, but that's like I'm only responsible for you until a certain point. Like, all right, in order to be responsible for somebody, you have to lead them. Can we agree to that? Think about it.
Yes.
We can agree to that, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to dissect it. Yes, let's land the plane. Let's do it.
Okay, so in order to lead somebody, you got to have some level of control.
Yes.
Right? So if you're not under my guidance, therefore I'm not effectively leading you because I'm not your leader, right? Then there's only so much control I have over your situations if you're not following my advice. So if I say, hey, go right and you go left and get your shit split, you just got your shit split. I told you go right.
Who get their shit split though, bro? What you trying to say, bro? You know what I mean? Like on Lord's Friday, you gonna come at me sideways, bro?
You talking about my auntie.
Oh yeah, your auntie.
My
Woo,
hey,
okay, yeah, auntie.
I
It's
say, hey,
auntie.
auntie, you really need to stop drinking. You need to stop drinking. You need to stop drinking. And next thing you know, she get into a drunk accident. But she's safe. She just get into a drunk accident. You know what I mean? And now she gotta get locked up. Look, man, you want me to come and bail you out for that? And I ain't got it? Or I gotta scrape to get it? Or better yet, I gotta take away from my children to get it? Nah, auntie. You know what I mean? I told you.
I see you when you get back.
But I guess I wasn't your leader because you wasn't listening to me. I didn't have control over that situation. So there's only so much I can do. If you going to get down with my program, auntie, you going to listen because you trusting in me to lead you to the right place. You know what I mean? So let's put this plan together and let's get down. She gonna be like, all right, nephew, come on, let's go. And she gonna ride with what I'm saying and she gonna help improve the plan. But if she ain't doing that, hey man, like I'm not gonna be overwhelmed. You know what I mean? You're not about to do that to me because I know what's gonna happen. You know, you're gonna start to feel overwhelmed. Your feelings is gonna cause you to be like a leaf in the ocean. You're gonna be stirred around, and therefore you're not gonna be thinking logically. I'm not gonna allow you to make me feel like that. So before that happens, I'm that overwhelmed. Remember I told you that overwhelmed thing? I'm not processing that. I'm gonna cut that off before those feelings of overwhelming start happening. I'm cutting that off because if I get overwhelmed, the people that really count on me and the people that really are taking my lead, they're the ones that's gonna suffer. So how good of a leader I am if I'm letting somebody infiltrate my barricade. Feel me?
So how did you learn that skill? Right? Because that's a skill. I would say that's an art form because it's absolutely normal for your feelings to get the better of you. So I understand using your thought process or your your logic to avoid situations where circumstance can become overwhelming or affect you in a negative way. And I think that's the appropriate way to deal with it, right? To minimize the amount of mental stress that you put yourself in, right? And so I'm not even arguing that point. I think that's great. But how do you learn that skill?
So
How do you apply that skill, right? Because that's not something you just know. You just have to. The equation has to happen,
I'm
right?
gonna tell you one tool that can help sharpen that within all people, man, woman, or child. Playing chess. Playing chess is critical thinking. You know, you got one objective. Well, really two. Protect the king, which could be your thoughts, idea, or person, right? And win the game, right? So everything else really don't matter as long as those two objectives are being met. So now you're sharpening your tools for critical thinking. So if you want to exercise, you know, those type of ideas and mind states, you know, you got to sharpen your critical thinking skills. And to me, one of the best ways to do that is by playing chess. Because you really start to say, man, is this pawn really worth it? Is this rook really worth it? Is this queen really worth it? Because if I can let this queen go to win the game, guess what happened to that queen?
Gone.
Night, night.
Out of there.
Night, night. So then you start to really start looking at stuff. You know what I mean? The queen ain't always gonna go with you. And that it could be your woman or it could that just be a shiny idea. You know what I mean? It could, you know, the queen represents a lot. It's not just the woman. It could be your aunt at that point in time that keeps on drinking. You know, the queen could be anything, but right now you're starting to compartmentalize what's most important to get to the main objective. You start to really think.
I like it, man. I like it. Hey, man.
Play chess is the ultimate. That's the ultimate lesson.
I think that that's a great lesson on critical thinking and also applying that kind of like, I don't know, filter to making sure you're taking on the right responsibilities. I like that, Sean. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Welcome to making this show, man. The last show was a little different. I wish I could have got you on that one. I don't even remember the question no more.
I tuned in online to that, and I'm kind of glad I wasn't here for that. You know, God removed me from that. That would have overwhelmed me. Didn't want to do that. I just missed that.
What?
Yeah, I saw what you was talking about.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I would have had anything to put forward. I don't think I would have had anything. I would have hit you with it. I gotta think about that, and then I wouldn't have answered. That's what I hit you with.
I would have hated you.
Yeah.
I'd be looking forward to going back and forth because
Hey,
you.
man, hate's a feeling, man, and feelings aren't facts.
I feel like that phrase,
It's not a fact.
that phrase, I feel like that phrase is some bull. It's not a fact. Whatever, man. Say boss and get up out of here. Peace out, Sean.
Night, night.
Hey, Sean. Are you dancing or mopping, man?
Yeah, he be rocking with it.
He be rocking his ass? Yo. Peace out, Phil.
C-Boss, peace.
I love that he say CMOS when he's rolling out. Hey, man, I like that conversation with Sean. Peace out, Monty.
All right, peace out, fam.
What's up, Brody? Hey, what's good, baby? Ron, how you been, man? That's crazy. Yo, what the whole boy? Yo, I used to have braids. Now I ain't got the way. Yo, I love it. All right, Kev, see you later. All right, man, see you later, man. All right, so that's everybody. Peace out, man. Thank you guys for watching the show. Love y'all, man. Make sure y'all share and like. Catch y'all next Friday. Peace.